And now the time has come for our rewind of the week.
Well, time to save the universe again then, is it?
Absolutely.
And Ash and I are super pumped because this week we have decided to feature the 2001 action flick Lara Croft, starring Angelina Jolie as the queen herself. Ash, I had not seen this movie, but I know that you are a big fan of the franchise as well as the video games.
Yes, Lara Croft is my favorite female fictional character of all time. I idolize her. I love those games so much. Anytime I'm hiking, I'm like, I'm Lara Croft, look at me. Revisiting this movie was such a whirlwind because it is just the quintessential 2000s action movie.
Yes.
I know it didn't get a lot of love at the time, but I gotta say, revisiting it, I was like, this movie really does capture the essence of the game pretty well, and Angelina Jolie is perfect in it.
One of the things that I thought was so interesting rewatching this movie is I was just being like, oh, it's Jorah Mormont from Game of Thrones. Oh, it's Daniel Craig, aka James Bond.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
I remember having such a crush on Daniel Craig.
Oh,
Watching this movie. Even back then, I was like, this dude.
those baby blues. Baby blues will get you. Oh,
Yeah, what a hottie.
he's fine.
Now for a cool shower.
In terms of, because I'd recently rewatched Indiana Jones, so I was like, okay, female Indiana Jones. In terms of the actual story of this movie, I wasn't exactly sure what the plot was, but I still had a really fun time watching it. And one of my favorite scenes that really stands out is when she was bouncing in her living room, practicing when she was like flipping, and then those people came in and attacked her. I was like, wow, what a really cool and unique action scene that we've never seen before.
I love when it's like the UPS guy comes the next day or whatever, and she was like,
I woke up this morning and I just hated everything.
Right.
it's so great. But some facts about this movie that we've put together for you guys. First of all, the production was a little bit of a mess. This is something that they went through many drafts, many screenwriters, and ultimately had 5 writers attributed to it, which is quite a lot for any movie. And many actresses were considered for the role of Lara Croft,
including our girl that we mention every week when there is a movie role.
Jennifer Love Hewitt. Every time.
She was going to have starred in so many more movies if she had been cast in the role she was almost in.
It's so true. And other people apparently on this short list: Jennifer Lopez, Elizabeth Hurley, Ashley Judd, Sandra Bullock, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Diane Lane, Liv Tyler, Demi Moore, and Denise Richards. Though this extensive list is sometimes reported to be a bit overblown, but damn, that's an amount of names.
I just love the fact that once Angelina Jolie was cast, at the time she was not the A-plus superstar that she is today, which I think is really interesting. This movie kind of helped launch her into superstardom, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, she had won an Academy Award and she was like known for her acting, but as in terms of like, can she play an action hero? You know, can she be like thrust into any role? People didn't believe in her at the time. Let's talk about how she was portrayed in the media at this time.
This was a very interesting time because this is when she was dating Billy Bob Thornton, and they had a very polarizing relationship in terms of the public perception of them.
Yeah, this is around the time of the blood vial thing where she went on the carpet wearing a vial of his blood. And then there was a lot of reporting about like her as a person and how she liked blood and knives and her drugs and her sex life. And she said she was bisexual, which at the time was like, oh my God, she's bisexual. And, you know, she was obsessed with all these weird, kinky things that now if someone said, everyone would be like, you go, girl.
Well, and that was also around the time when she was like oddly close with her brother and like really kind of leaned into it for like the fanfare and things of that nature.
Yeah.
It was not the Angelina Jolie with many kids and crazy, amazing acting skills that she has today.
That being said, the reviews of this movie were mixed or bad. However, almost every single person that reviewed this movie praised the hell out of Angelina Jolie and her performance. And you can see it watching it because literally she just captivates you every time she looks at the camera.
I was so enthralled by her this entire movie. I think they did a really great job in terms of just getting the look of Lara Croft. There is 2 issues that I do have with this that we need to talk about. Ash, I know that Lara Croft is known as like a bustier character.
Yes.
But Angelina Jolie already has a wonderfully perfect figure. So the fact that they actually padded her bra in order to play this role is baffling to me.
Yeah, so the original Lara Croft, when you look at her, is just this very, very boxy looking girl with just a huge bust. And when Angelina Jolie was cast, there was some backlash of people being like, well, Angelina Jolie doesn't have a freakishly large rack. So they were like, sure, we'll just pad her bra. And I'm like, what is wrong with everybody? Anyway, if you play the games now, Lara Croft does not look like that anymore. Obviously, Alicia Vikander, they didn't like overstuff her bra, I hope. Yeah, I that would never fly now. What the hell?
One of my favorite things is whenever you're at a Comic-Con convention now and you do see an OG Lara Croft cosplay character where they have it as like cardboard, where it's with the pointy bra.
Oh, the pointy, boxy boobies.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
But in terms of Angelina Jolie and the fact that like she stepped up to play this action star, this was before we saw her kick butt with Brad Pitt in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Who's your daddy now?
But just seeing the way that she handled like the weapons and the stunts in this, and I just thought that it was absolutely amazing.
And it was a huge financial success. It made over $274 million. And as almost always, Entertainment Tonight was on set of Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie. So take a look at this set visit from back in the day.
The people who made this set, it's just amazing. Every different thing comes alive. It's very much like the game, the puzzles, and it's really, I'm actually really proud of this movie. I think it's really smart.
Doing your own stunts over here, I hear.
I've done a lot of them, yeah.
Dad's not too happy with you doing all these kind of...
Yeah, Dad does his own stunts as well, so Dad can't say much, because I saw Dad on a train in Mission Impossible, so... So Dad's just as wacky.
But I think my favorite scene stealer about this movie is the fact that Jon Voight, who is Angelina Jolie's real life dad, also played her dad in the movie. And so when E.T. caught up with the two of them at the junket in 2001, we of course had to ask them about this.
When you have your father tell you that they're proud of you or that they love you, and you're playing together, and you're both acting in a thing, and you're playing. And yeah, we were pretty, I just tried to remain composed. And then we were done actually filming the scene. I remember jumping over and hugging you. But during the filming of it, we were kind of two actors in separate parts of the thing, and then we'd meet. Yeah. We somehow kept a space in between takes.
It was wonderful because you don't know. We have many sides to our relationship, and then we have this artist side. It was our artist sides meeting.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Stream Queens. But we want to know, what do you guys think going back to watch Angelina Jolie as Lara Croft? Is she your favorite Lara Croft? Do you have a favorite? Let us know.
Ooh, I love that. And definitely use that hashtag Stream Queens to let us know what you are going to be binging this weekend, or if you have any suggestions for our future rewinds of the week. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.